Hey yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? This is your boy Chad bringing y'all another video, man. And in this video, we're going to be talking about In-N-Out Burger, basically saying that they're not the vaccine police over the vaccine mandates, right? So this article comes from the New York Post. I won't be reading all of it because basically I'm just going to give you guys the meat and potatoes and then my opinion, and then we're done. You feel me? So, burger chain In-N-Out slammed San Francisco's vaccine mandate after one of its stores was temporarily closed by city health officials, ripping the offensive order as clear government overreach, which it is. The company said the San Francisco Department of Public Health closed one of its stores last week because it found that employees were not preventing the entry of customers who were not carrying proper vaccination documentation. So they closed down In-N-Out because employees were not checking for vaccine passport. Vaccine passport. You got your passport. You got your papers. Like, this is Nazi Germany, so they shut them down. All right. And to be honest, I'm with the employees. Like, you don't need your papers. You just want a burger. Like, it's not like we're saving lives or anything like you just want a burger. All right. After closing our restaurant, local regulators informed us that our restaurant associates must actively intervene by demanding proof of vaccination and photo identification. So not only do you have to have the vaccine passport, you have to have proof of identification from every customer, then act as enforcement personnel by barring entry for any customers without the proper documentation. Bro, so these people are coming up to In-N-Out. Now, think about it. You're just hungry. You want a burger. In-N-Out burgers, to me, aren't that good in the first place, so I'm not sure why they're there, but I digress. They're coming to In-N-Out. They just want an In-N-Out burger, maybe some fries. Maybe they want to go to the secret menu, order some, animal-style fries and burger. I don't know. And what they're telling people here at the restaurant, the employees, is that you're going to demand proof of vaccination and photo ID, and if they don't have the papers, you will be enforcement personnel by barring entry from any of those customers. So employees of In-N-Out went from flipping burgers, cleaning up the bathrooms and the floors, and just doing the day-to-day routine to now they're security guards because people don't have their proper papers and photo identification. Now, before I even get any more into the article, everything I just read to you, doesn't that sound crazy? Does that not sound crazy, bro? Imagine somebody who's vaccinated, your friend, and you walk up to In-N-Out, right? And all y'all want is a burger. Hey, bro, let's just meet up at In-N-Out. Let's get a burger. All right, cool. Y'all get there. They say proof of vaccination and your photo identification, your ID, basically. Your friend that's vaccinated shows both. You show just your ID. You're like, I haven't been vaccinated. They let him through. They set up a enforcement guard. The employees set up an enforcement guard and bar you from entry. So if you're trying to get through, no. They're basically security guards. Y'all don't think that's just a little bit crazy? Y'all don't think that? Anyways, In-N-Out Burger strongly believes in the highest form of customer service, and to us that means serving all customers who visit and making all customers feel welcome. We refuse to become the vaccination police for any government. It is unreasonable, invasive, and unsafe to force our restaurant associates to segregate customers into those who may be served and those who may not, whether based on the documentation they carry or any other reason. So they're basically like, as In-N-Out, we don't believe in these same mandates that the government is trying to force us to do. You know what I mean? We're not going to discriminate on unvaccinated and vaccinated. They might as well say, hey, you got to discriminate black and white. I mean, they might as well say that because last time I checked, black people were the ones who weren't that vaccinated. So technically, they're going to be barring a lot of black people. But I digress. The left doesn't see that, even though their Black Lives Matter. Anyways, In-N-Out's basically just like, yo, like, we're not going to segregate our customers on the basis of who's been vaccinated and who's not. And on top of that, there's also another factor to me, in my opinion. You know, In-N-Out is a company that when you have a business, your main thing is profits. You do everything to profit your business. If In-N-Out is having to segregate customers, right? They're losing out on that dollar of people who just want to eat food, bruh. Like, it's no way you can, that doesn't even make sense. They came here to eat food. What does being vaccinated have to do if you eating food? You still got to take off your mask while you at the table. And if somebody got COVID in there, what really can you do? What really can you do? Somebody has x-ray vision that only scans for COVID? No. So basically, In-N-Out is standing up for its customers and standing up for freedom. You feel me? They're doing what it takes to be able to do that sort of thing. And you know what? If you're watching this, you know, we got to all just give In-N-Out a round of applause. Not only are they standing up to this vaccine mandate stuff, they're standing up for the type of segregation and, oh, you're over here and you're over here. Oh, you're good and you're really wrong. You're hurting people and you're not. You know what I mean? Like, as a customer, you want to feel like the companies that you're going to support have your best interests, have your back. You want to eat your burger. You want to feel like I can come in here at any time. I don't have to worry about mandates or worry about if I'm black, if I'm white, if I have a limp, if I need crutches. You know what I mean? And In-N-Out standing up for those people. They said, we fiercely disagree with any government dictate that forces a private company to discriminate against customers who choose to patronize their business. This is clear government overreach and is intrusive, improper, and offensive. You know, the CEO basically says. So they're like, the government is really overstepping, bro. Like, they can implement mandates for federal employees or not even federal employees. The government just needs to say, we want people to be vaccinated. Okay, if you want to do it, you can do it. But to make businesses who created themselves based on what they want and their private businesses, or if they're public, they shouldn't stop people from being able to come into their business just because they didn't get a shot. That doesn't even make sense. That's like stopping people from going into the grocery store because they didn't get a shot. What does that have to do with them getting groceries? And it's already been proven that vaccinated or not, you still get and still spread COVID. I'm going to say that every time I make one of these videos because clearly we got to beat this into the government's head. And when I look at who the government is, all I see is Biden, Kamala, and the rest of them. And when you think about the places that are enforcing these mandates the most, you have New York. They fired the healthcare and nurses, the healthcare workers and nurses for the mandate, Democrat. You have Cali, San Francisco, the most liberal place you will ever find in California. Vaccine mandates shutting down In-N-Out because the employees aren't checking for the papers and photo identification. What are these folks? These are Nazis? Like, are they Nazis? They're trying to check to see, are you a Jew or not? Like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy for me to even hear. Now you have places like Chicago, another Democrat-run area. You know, at some point we have to sit back and say, these Democrat-ran areas, why are they so against freedom? Why are they so against personal autonomy? And to me, it's like, even if you Republican, you Democrat, you got to question that stuff. If your side is the one that's implementing these types of authoritarian or tyrannical types of like government overreach, you got to question, is this the side I should be on? You feel me? Because like I said, in Chicago, they're implementing the rule and police, they're implementing on police. And you got people like Lori Lightfoot saying, these are insurrectionists. Like, bro, leave that word alone. January 6th is over with. They will do anything in their power to get Trump supporters, and anybody involved with the Capitol riot. They will use this to the day they lay in their grave and turn to dust. I promise you. I promise. They will use this to the day they die. They will sit there on the heel of their insurrectionists. You feel me? But the police officers there who the mandate is for, they stood up like, yo, I'm not finna do this. Like, we are not finna be mandated to take a vaccine. Like, this is crazy. You even see Southwest has rolled back their vaccine mandates because let me just tell you why Southwest rolled back their vaccine mandates. First off, the pilots all did a walkout, all right? So pilots for Southwest Airlines, whether it was organized or not, and I honestly think it was disorganized the way they did a walkout. Lots of people's flights were canceled. Southwest had to issue money back. Now, if I was Southwest CEO, I would be like, okay, a business is made to get profits. We just lost out on all these customers' money because of the pilots leaving. Why did the pilots leave? They said it was due to bad weather and air traffic control. Then the Southwest CEO came out and said, we don't agree with Biden's mandates, but he's forcing us to. We don't agree. So bad weather somehow just left. The skies cleared on up all of a sudden. So, like I said, the Southwest CEO sees that people's flights are canceled. They're losing out on that money. They don't agree with the mandates. There's no bad weather. Pilots are leaving. You can't just, oh, I see another pilot. Come on in. Pilots are leaving. The people who are with Southwest are like, yo, this is crazy. I never expected this from Southwest. We may either A, fly with another airline because we needed this flight, or B, we're going to just take our money elsewhere. You feel me? We may not fly at all. And so Southwest is really like, we're missing out on this money for our customers because these mandates are making us discriminate, basically. They're like, if pilots have to do it, the pilots who have taken it are good, but the pilots who don't want it are not, and they're not going to fly. That's money we're missing out on. We don't have time for that. We got to roll this back. We really don't agree with these mandates, but we're feeling like we're being forced to do this. And that's what's happening to a lot of different sectors. And what you got to think about, like I said in one of my previous videos, right? If they're going to fire nurses and healthcare officials, the government overreach has now taken over the healthcare industry. If they're going to fire police officers inside Chicago because they won't be vaccinated, well, then guess what? The state is now your police. You're going to have the state come in and be your police officers. If they're going to come after teachers, not even teachers, they're going to come after parents and all that over different, like, ideologies in school. Well, guess what? The government overreach is now going to rule your kids' minds when they're in school. This is pretty point blank. It's pretty clear to see. You feel me? Like, it doesn't really take a rocket scientist or anybody to, like, not notice. Like, I was born at night, but I wasn't born last night. I'm only 23 years old, and this is like, if every company doesn't do this, then they will lose out on money. If you're a company who's going to implement these vaccine mandates and you have people who are not vaccinated in your staff, and it's a lot of people, and they decide, you know what, because these mandates, I'm leaving, well then guess what? You're not going to have any workers, and people are already short-staffed. They're begging for workers. So they can't just, poof, there goes a worker. Poof, there goes a worker. Like, it doesn't work like that. This is real life. You feel me? So back to the article. Enough of me ranting. The store has since reopened, but without indoor dining. So now you have In-N-Out opening back up, but because employees have to be the enforcement of the vaccine mandates and demand papers and proper identification, the In-N-Out CEO is like, you know what? Bump that. No more indoor dining. We're going to still get our money, but y'all going to have to come through drive-through. Honestly, that's the way around this vaccine mandate. You feel me? If you don't agree, everybody drive-through, everything is good to go. Vaccine mandates vary across the country, and most In-N-Out locations are in Texas, Southern California, and Utah. You know this not happening in Texas. They ain't bringing that down there in Texas. You feel me? Yeehaw. But anyways, where there aren't statewide vaccination mandates for indoor dining, but its locations in some cities like Los Angeles could run afoul of local mandates when they take effect. The Irving, California-based company is known for its conservative Christian owners, and the chain prints Bible verses on many of its cups and wrappers. Now, yeehaw! Let me tell you, if they're printing Bible verses on the cups, you feel me? At some point, I'm like, the CEO of In-N-Out low-key knows this is going against, what he's believing, his Christian values and principles, you feel me? And that's what a lot of Christians are actually saying during this time, is that this is actually overreach and the government shouldn't be doing this. You feel me? But anyways, man, enough of me ranting. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Leave a like down below. Or not a like. I don't care if you leave a like. Leave a comment down below if you have any. And as always, it's been your boy Chad. And I'm out. Peace.